Right, should be any second now.
Yeah, see you now. Thank you so much. All right, tēnā koutou katoa. Welcome everyone to the Waimāero Fendalton-Waimairi-Harewood Community Board for this month's meeting. So we're opening at, what is the time? It is 4:32 p.m. on Monday, 16th of May. It was obviously you're all aware, but for those that are tuning in, we are streaming live for our board meeting. And so all that means is it'd be great if everyone who is on the Zoom just to have their microphones on mute. However, when it comes to any questions, or if you have a comment, please just use the raise hand function. If I miss the raise hand function or I miss your hand, it's not because I'm ignoring you on purpose. I just probably can't see you on my screen. So it would be great if you can unmute yourself and bring that to my attention. When we get to the point where we are going to approve certain items, what I'll say is I'll say all those in favour say aye, and then I'll hold for what seems to be an awkwardly long length of time just to make sure that we capture everyone, and then I'll say any against, and again I'll pause to make sure we all have the time so there's no delay, and then I'll say carried or not, whatever that outcome is. So first up for item number 1, we have apologies, and I believe we don't have any apologies. So moving on to item number 2, declarations of interest. So I'm raising it now with anyone. Is there any declarations of interest for what's on the agenda today? Shreesh, I see your hand. Yes.
Yes. So item number 9, Riccarton Bush Trust. As a trustee there, on behalf of City Council, I would like to declare a conflict of interest, please.
Okay. Yep. Aidan, did you get that?
Yes, thanks.
Perfect. Does that need to be moved and seconded?
No, that's fine.
Great. Moving on to item number 3, confirmation of the previous minutes. So I'm happy to move these. Is there a seconder? Oh, I saw James's hand went up. Okay, great. So I moved, James to second. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any against? No, carried. Great. Thank you. And now moving on to item number 4. Public forum. So we do have Mr. Michael Henstock here for public forum. Michael, are you with us? Can you hear us okay?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. Hi there, Michael. So
Hi there.
Michael, you're probably aware just with public forum, so you've got 5 minutes, and 5 minutes includes question time. Now, we are not in a position as a board to make any decisions in a public forum, but we are eager to hear what you have to say to us. So what we'll do, I'll just get the timer ready. Or Aidan, is there a way that we can visually show it, or do you want to just keep us track on the time, Aidan?
Yeah, it would mean I'd have to share the screen and
okay, that's all right.
So you wouldn't be able to see Michael. So yeah, I think it's specified just.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Count us down. That's all good. Okay, excellent. Well, thank you, Michael. We're in your hands. Take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to give you an update on the Fendalton Park, the children's athletics. We had a great season. Thank you very much. It went down incredibly well once we got the track marked, which was pretty painless. Apart from one track glitch, I think, with remarking, it was really good. Huge feedback from our club members. They enjoyed it. It's such a great location, and it will give us a chance to grow the club. Great feedback from the neighbours. I went around most of them I could get hold of, and they were very supportive. And everybody that we met, kind of during the evenings that we had there, was in favour and very supportive. The track itself got used quite a bit by the public. The lane 1 had a ring around it because people will come and they'll run and they'll do laps. So it's a fabulous sort of community asset. Had a glitch with the storage in the rugby club rooms. Rugby club said that we don't use it. You can use the shower block to store all your equipment at the end of the season. Of course, as the end of the season came, they said, "Oh no, we need it." Anyway, I went to see the lovely Lorraine McLeod at Canterbury Bowls. They've got a shed kind of at the back. She's awesome. What a lovely lady. And she said, you can use that. And went in there, it was covered in spiders and vines and you name it. And we've cleaned it up, and we're going to wall, because part of it is open, but there's more than enough space there. But bowls are really happy because they get to share that space, and we can use the buildings there as well. So much better toilets, which for the blokes is not an issue, but for the women, they're very pleased about that. And we can use the kitchen, et cetera. So that's great. Our next stage is to do the athletics overlay. That's a permanent overlay. You see, if you've gone past, there's a jump pit there, long jump pit. Now we need to work with the council around the leasing and consents, if there's any consenting or notifications that need to happen to put a permanent overlay in there. So I think the location of the long jump pit is good. We need to put a 10 by 12 metre rubber surface for a long jump, like a run-up pit for that. And that's looking likely at the Memorial Avenue end up there, which is perfect for us rolling out the high jump pads from the end of the bowls club rooms, which is the last building in that line of buildings towards Memorial Avenue. So we're going to roll it straight out there, and 2 throwing circles which can fit in the grass and away from the dead ball area, so that they're not going to interfere with the turf in the winter. So that's pretty much it. We've got to get some funding, and it's going to take some time. Hopefully we can get it, all go by January. So yeah, really successful so far. So thanks for your help. Any questions?
Oh, thank you, Michael. I'm glad to hear of the success of the track. That sounds great. And also a great example of working together with the other community groups, from the rugby club to the bowls club. So I don't have any questions, but does anyone else on the board have any questions for Michael? No? Okay.
Nope. No, mine.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the update, Michael. I assume that you're aware, and it sounds like you're going through with the staff process of as you mentioned,
Yeah. So any advice on that would be good, but they've been really helpful so far, particularly the Parks Department. I met with Bridie down there, who pointed out the areas that would be acceptable away from the drip line to locate the jump pad. So really, it's just making you aware, because we'll come back for some permission once things are more kind of squared up, and probably some funding as well from your discretionary fund, but when the time comes. But yeah, it's all looking really good. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, that's great to hear that staff are assisting so well. Thank you for the update, Michael. That's great to hear.
Right. See everybody.
Have a great Monday.
Sooner than later. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Aaron, you've got a question. Sorry, I didn't see your hand. Aaron, you're on mute. You might have to unmute yourself.
All right. Michael's still there?
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron.
Oh, yeah. Just going to say fantastic work. It was quite a bold plan that you guys put into place, and you've executed it really well. So great work all round, and the extra long, really nice summer probably helped as well to get extra activity.
No, it's really nice. And I can't speak highly enough of Lorraine and how helpful she's been. Really, really keen on getting kids active and people out and about. So
yeah, no, great work. Thank you.
All right. Right. See everybody.
Fantastic. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for joining us.
No worries.
Excellent. So moving on to item number 5, deputations by appointment. There were no deputations by appointment, which takes us to item 6, presentation of petitions, which there were also none of, which brings us to item number 7, the Fendalton-Waimairi-Harewood Community Board submissions committee minutes. So Aidan, do you want to take us through those?
It's really...
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, it's more like the commission minutes we do for the normal board meeting. So if there's any matters of regarding the accuracy. Yep.
Okay, no worries. And we'll go through those one by one.
It depends if anyone's got any sort of corrections, then maybe one by one. But otherwise, you could put them both together.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm assuming everyone has had the opportunity to review the submissions committee minutes. So I don't have any issues with them or any comments to add. Is there any board members that have any? No.
I'd just like to thank the staff and yourself, Bridget. Excellent work, good leadership.
Thanks, Mike. No, I would definitely echo that for Aidan and Marianne as well. And for the submissions committee too. I know we've had a lot of submissions recently. So we've been all doing those at different times. Yeah, team effort. Okay, well, if there's no questions then what we'll do is we can move. So we'll move, if we've got, how many have we got? We've got item, can we move item 7 then? So I'm happy to move. Is there a seconder?
Happy to second.
Oh, I heard Mike first. Great. All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any against? No, carried. Great. So then moving on to item number 8, again, the Community Board Submissions Committee minutes for the 9th of May. So I'm assuming no questions either or comments. So I'm happy to move. Is there a seconder? Oh, I saw Sharish's hand go up first. Excellent. All those in favour say aye.
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 Aye. Any against? That's great timing.
Yeah.
I assume not. Okay, great. Although that is carried then. Great for item number 8. Okay, excellent.
Is that an extra vote?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't count. Moving on to item number 9, the Fendalton-Waimairi-Harewood Community Board Discretionary Response Fund application. So Natalie, I believe you're with us to take us through it.
Yes, indeed, I'm here. I think if you've all read it, then perhaps just taking questions is where we're at with that one.
Any questions for Natalie for this application?
Move, Bridget, if you want.
Thank you, Sam. Anyone to second?
Happy to
I'm quite
second.
happy to second.
Oh, I saw Jason's hand go
Give it
up.
to Jay.
Give it to Jason. All right, Sam to move, Jason to second. All those in favour say aye.
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 Aye. Any against? No, carried. Great.
Great, thank you.
And Natalie, you're with us for item number 10 as well.
Oh, am I? Okie
I think
dokie.
so. Yeah.
No, I think that's me,
Oh.
I think.
Oh, sorry, Marianne.
Excellent.
Yeah, I don't think your internet connection in Poorao's that great, Natalie, so.
Need to stand on the hill.
So application to the Youth Development Fund, pretty stunning sounding young basketballer coming through the ranks there. So as you know, there's staff delegation for me to approve youth developments that we recommend no more than 350. If we want to recommend more than that, it's come to you. So we're recommending 500, which is about the maximum that we would normally give to an individual.
Thank you.
Happy to move.
Yeah, who was that? David to move?
Happy to second.
Thank you, Sharish. So David to move, Sharish to second. All those in favour say aye.
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 Any against?
Oh, that dog.
No, carried. Okay, great.
I'll then
Thank
come
you.
through. Sorry, I'll go on mute.
Yeah, that'd be great. Highly entertaining though. Okay, moving on to item number 11. Marianne, you're with us for the Community Board Area Report.
Yep, happy to take it as read. I'll just highlight a couple of things. You will have a report coming to the June meeting. It will be in PX for you to consider the nominations received for the Community Service Awards. And then we're looking at having a function for that to present the awards late July, maybe early August, around there sometime. And the Bishopdale Safety Initiative, we've redone the booklet that we used in Avonhead to make it more Bishopdale relative, and it's going out in the Bishopdale Bulletin, which is due to be delivered very soon. So we're saving up on delivery because they're going to deliver it. Their deliverers are going to do that for us. Just a bit of an update there on the really good job that Natalie and Karen are doing with our community groups in terms of providing them with some capacity building training and a series of kind of talks that they're having. They're going really well. And that's about it, really. Just our ticket report and our graffiti report.
Thanks, Marianne. And yeah, I want to echo the amazing work that Natalie and Karen are doing for those the workshops for the community and also for the safety initiative as well. It's going so well, and two birds, one stone for sure, getting the content out with the bulletin. Jason, I see your hands up.
Great. Hey, just a quick question on that. In terms of the community groups catchment area that's available for that kind of support, is that essentially our whole board area, or like how are they? I'm just wondering, like, how are they selected, self-selected? What's that process like?
Yep, so we have a database that we've tried to capture all the community groups in the Fendalton-Waimairi-Harewood board area. So that includes sports clubs, churches, and kind of social service providers. There are some that are outside of our board area but deliver projects in our area to support people in our area. So whenever we run these courses or have a network meeting, all of those people get invited. So it does tend to be a lot of the same groups, our key groups that we work with, that do turn up. But every now and then, if something interests somebody else that we don't really see a lot of, they'll come on board and join in, but it's open to anyone, and it's all of the courses that we're providing are free of charge. So, because that's often quite a barrier for some groups to undertake kind of training and that for their staff because of the cost. So we're trying to do everything for free, and we had set aside a internal budget that I have to cover some of those costs, but so far the groups that are delivering the training have been doing it for free, which is just wonderful. So we'll just carry on, and as the groups identify issues that they'd really like support with, we've just done one on conflict resolution because there were groups saying that with COVID, people are really on edge and it's not taking much to kind of tip people over, and they've been seeing some behaviours from people that they wouldn't normally see. So just providing them with some support and training for their staff on how to manage that. That went down really well, that one. And the one they've got coming up this week, I think, is net safe, and they're doing a training for the groups on keeping themselves safe online, avoiding scams, which is really big out there at the moment, and some information about the digital harmful, the new act that's come out about what you can and can't say online. So it's just that kind of really practical stuff that we're trying to get out to them, and it's going down really well.
Awesome.
That's great to hear. I see Sharish, your hands up.
Yeah, quick question for Marianne. If a community group applies for any kind of fund, do they automatically get onto your database for future notifications?
Yeah, absolutely. So all of the groups that we've given funding to will be on we add to our database. And if you know of groups that don't know about it or would like to be on it, please flick their details through to me and we'll add them.
Amazing, great. Any other questions for Marianne for the board report? No? Okay, great. All right, well, thank you, Marianne. So we need a mover for item number 11. Thank you, Mike. Anyone a second? Oh, I saw David's hand go up. All right, all those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any against? No, carried. Great. Thank you. Thanks so much, Marianne. All right. Item number 12, elected members information exchange. So are there any members have any information they would like to exchange for this particular item? Yes, Mike.
Yes, on the 7th of May, I attended the opening of the Christine Hirameyer Centre on Lower Styx Road, for the Styx project. Approximately 100 people there. It was a very good attendance. Some of the speeches were good and some were extremely boring, but no, it was well worth project. I mean, the people that were there were very passionate about conservation. So, and it was pleasing to see that, you know, our board has played a rather large part in that getting to this fruition today. So well done to everyone involved.
Great, thank you, Mike. Anything else that anyone would like to share? Oh, yes, I see Aaron.
Yeah, just quickly, a couple of things. Contacted by someone re break-ins at the groins, and there's all sorts of bits going on, but they seem to be happening in lots of places. There's lots of car break-ins, and of course, the people always contact asking if they can get security cameras, so on and so forth. But with the change in technology, we must be able to do cheaper forms of cameras. We did some through Shirley Papanui years ago. They were like $10,000, but they must be miles cheaper by now, where groups in the community can ask them to be installed somewhere and then left there for a while and so on and so forth. So just raising it here. And the other one is trees again, and Colour Hill Street in just round off, it runs off Gardeners Road. There's the footpath's been broken. I've had to run the main water line up over the tree roots, which goes along the edge of the footpath and back down into the ground again. It's broken the power line and stuff. So it's a tree that needs removing, and people there have asked for it to be removed. So I'm just wondering if the board is keen for us to flex a little muscle and have a tree removed. Plus, it's breaking the road surface, breaking footpath surface, breaking the gutter. So, I mean, just raising it here.
Yeah. Thanks, Aaron. Hey, and on your point about the security cameras, Natalie, I'm not sure if you're with us still, but I know where myself and Natalie and obviously the others that attended the safety initiative catch up, the neighbourhood support team was showing how there are these new signs that they're putting up in different areas for those hotspots where crime is happening. And sometimes even a sign is enough to hear. So I'm not sure if that's something that we could maybe chat with neighbourhood support and see whether we could get some signs, because I know that, they're in hot demand because of all the crime that's happening.
So, if we could get some of those signs, I'm more than happy to meet up with the rangers and get some out at the groins and around some of those other spots that are getting nailed. I mean, even Jason and I could head out and do it. It's not a big deal. Get it done.
Yep. So, Bridget, did you get Natalie's email in response to you? Yeah. Yep. So we've just ordered a number of those signs and are working with the rangers to figure out where are the best places to put them. They're the lock it or lose it type signs. Just to remind people when you get out of your car, if you're going for a walk around the groins, to not leave your handbag on the front seat. So they don't seem to be keen on the camera idea, but we are still in discussions. But we have ordered, I think at this stage, about 25 of those signs.
What? Yeah, why are they not keen on camera? Cost?
I'm not sure. I think it's the cost. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, but those signs would be great. I mean, that's certainly a good start and, kicks it off and people can't say they weren't warned.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Oh, Natalie is still here. Sorry, Nat, did I just steal your thunder?
No, that's all right. I just sent you a wee message, Marion, just in case nobody can hear me. The rangers have also said with regards to the cameras, they've considered that, but every time they've put cameras up in different places, the thieves, unfortunately, have worked out how to get around them. So, if they're in different places and that sort of thing. So they're not really working, but they've also organised some larger signs for those areas. They've also got the patrol going in and doing extra patrols, and they're looking at reducing some of the foliage and whatnot to make the line of sight and that sort of thing clearer between cars and things. and the rangers have also been asked to go out and look at those areas when they're passing. So they have tried to increase the eye that everybody's keeping on it, but as you know, yeah, there are people just doing it more and more often. So yeah,
Okay,
they're onto it.
okay, that sounds great. Thank you.
Great. Sounds like a lot is, effort is being made. That sounds great. Sharish, I see your hands up.
Yeah. So two things. Earlier this month, Riccarton Bush Trust hosted an event to launch the fundraising for the proposed boardwalk project, which is going to be much more than the boardwalk itself. So Christchurch Foundation is going to lead the fundraising efforts for us, and the mayor, deputy mayor, and many others were there. It was a good event. So I'll keep reporting back to the board on how we progress. The second thing is this coming Saturday, the Justice of Peace Association of Canterbury, of which I am a member, they have asked me to make a presentation to them about the community board role. So thankfully, our team, the staff produce excellent reports. So I'm going to take help from some of the photographs and do them, use them for my presentation. So that's me.
Awesome.
Nice, thanks, Sharish. Congratulations on the on being selected. You're doing a great job, and I'm sure you'll rave about how great our board is. Moving on to Jason.
Hey, I just wanted to raise, had a few residents get in touch with me. I guess it's that time of year with leaves and gutters, and then with the rain starting to show up, getting quite a bit of surface flooding around the area. I just wanted to kind of raise it with Mary Ann to a degree as well. Is this time of year, do they increase the frequency of the street sweepers going around picking up leaves at this time of year? Because it kind of feels like they don't, but maybe it's just because there's so many leaves that we don't really see it. It just seems like it would be something logical to do right around this time. I just wanted to raise that question.
I think they do, but I think I've got some information about this from last year, so I might go and find that and maybe send it out to you tomorrow.
Yeah, it'd be good if we could, because it'd be good to be able to go back to it and be like, hey, there is still some surface flooding, et cetera, but during this time of year, they actually do increase it from X to Y, just so that, they might not see it, but if they actually know that it is something which is being taken into consideration, it would be good to be able to pass that on.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll dig that up and send it through to you.
And if it's really bad, they can still ask for an extra job to come out and do it.
Yeah. Through I always chuck posts up on Snaps on the pages saying, use Snapchat solve or call them and log a job and they'll come and sort it. One of the things I want to say is that finally the Bishopdale skate park has started, so they've fenced it off and they've started the regeneration of refresher of that. So it's only 12-18 months overdue, but hey, we got there. So that's some good news and can't wait for that to be done.
Cool.
That's great to hear. Fantastic.
Hey, Jason.
Oh, sorry.
Just on that leaves thing, if you check out, we asked Lynette to do a bit of work on it last week, so she's put it out publicly today around the leaves thing. So there's some stuff that might be on Newsline or on Facebook, but they tried to preempt basically your question. So.
Sweet.
Oh, no.
Excellent. I've just got some information that I'd like just to share with the team today. So we got a resident has got in touch with us. He is on Office Road, but obviously his neighbour is involved and is assisting him because English it's his second language. So it's a great example of neighbours supporting each other, I suppose. But what we've got here on Office Road, and right outside his property, he has him and his wife have got a gutter where there's enough, cars have been parking down the side of that street, but right outside their property, there's a gap that looks like it's a car park, but it's not. There's no way there's not enough space for a car to be parking right outside there. And what's happening is people are trying to squeeze in because it's a close spot to Mirabel, and it's, parking's in hot demand in that area. And they're trying to squeeze into that gap, pretending like they can. But what's ending up happening is the car that has been parked there, no matter what size, is going over their driveway, which means they have to angle out on the driveway and kind of drive it on the footpath, which is really dangerous. So the neighbour got in touch with council staff, and the council staff advised them, look, if you're wanting yellow lines, it should be pretty straightforward, but you'll have to go to the community board if you would like this to be fast-tracked. So they've come to us to see how we can progress with this forward. And I know we've got a bit of advice from staff, but I'm really keen to push this. In my mind, I don't see why yellow lines couldn't be put there, because obviously, while the size of the car park, well, the fake car park, should be illegal, and people should understand that they are still being cheeky and trying to squeeze in, and it's so much time and resources going into this particular resident needing to call up the council, get the tow truck to come, take away the car, and it's just a lot of time and hassle, when I think this change could, a lot could be helped if there were just yellow painted lines in that area. So this is me just letting everyone know that this is something that I'm going to be working with staff on. And I know there might be a few others that are wanting yellow lines in certain areas where residents have been a bit cheeky and trying to fit into car parks that just aren't car parks, and it's actually causing a massive safety issue. Mike, I see your hands up.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I'd just like to know what number it is, outside what number. So when I'm driving past, I can have a look at it. I think it's a good idea to put yellow lines.
Yeah, it's number 770B. I'll double check that. I'm pretty sure it's number 70B. I've gone past, I've taken photos, and there's photo evidence of cars parking in that area where there's no room for them to park in that area, but they're just trying to be cheeky and trying to get in. And I appreciate that, staff might say, oh, well, residents shouldn't be parking in that area anyway, they should know better, but they probably do know better, but they're doing it anyway. So yellow lines are just very clearly, this isn't supposed to be where you're parking. And I think the other point as well is, we should be looking after those residents where, if language is a barrier, then that's another obstacle that they have to face, right, when they call up council. So, yeah, I'm raising this at item 12, just so you're all aware.
It's like ringing Sky.
What was that, Mike?
It's like ringing Sky TV.
It's like ringing Sky, yeah. I mean, a lot of resources, a lot of resource goes into trying to get people to move out of those car parks that aren't car parks, right? So if this can all be helped, then we can save the resource and save, hopefully, time and energy for staff with a few painted lines. All right, I'll keep you informed with how that gets on. Anyone else for information exchange? Nope. Okay. In that case, then I will close the meeting at 5:05 p.m. Thanks so much, everyone. Thank you, team. Thanks, Marianne. Thanks, Aidan, for making this all run so smoothly.
Thank you, everyone.
No.
Great. Thank you.